What's up, Devils? Back with another fucking video, god damn it! And today's video, I did no proofing whatsoever. I just checked my last video recorded to see what comments I went over last on which video, and I just pulled the very next one in line. And the very next one in line is the most underrated metal demo ever. And it was 2 weeks ago, the time of me recording this. It's only 739 views, so seems like my new daily average is pushing towards the 700s. It's been in the 600s for a while. So slowly climbing up the fucking ranks. Just 70 comments, so shouldn't be too tough to get these out. Didn't proof jack fucking shit on them. So get the goddamn shovels, Devils, because we got to fucking dig together, because I didn't look at dick. So let's see where the fuck we're at. I'm just looking at goddamn question marks. From Ben NG. When you buy a lot of physical media, do you find yourself listening to an album only once or twice and then filling it in the archives? Yeah, I do, actually. Probably more times than not nowadays. And the only reason being is just because there's so much shit coming out now more than ever, or at least maybe it seems that way just because, me being at the fucking shop and stuff like that. So, I do like checking out new bands and checking out stuff that I haven't heard, but there's a time when it's just like I really want to listen to the good old oldies that I love, the stuff that I know. Like said in a previous video just a couple days ago that I listened to the first two Dying Feet, well, whatever you want to put them in order, but the Dying Feet is Purification Through Violence and Killing on Adrenaline. And last time I listened to those was probably maybe about a year ago now, and I'm a huge fan of those albums, but it's just like just how much I love the shit that I grew up on, you know what I mean? And it was just really enjoyable to listen to those again, as opposed to, new stuff's new stuff, you know what I mean? So it's the first time you don't know the songs, there's no singing along, you know what I mean? You're learning it, and no matter how good something is, it's very rare that something like really, really hits me on the first listen to where I'm like, holy fuck, I want to hit replay on that. It has happened. The latest times, honestly, I think it's either the latest album or the second to latest, I forget. Flesh Crawler. Which album was that? Did I bring mine home yet? I got a stack of CDs I didn't put away. Did I bring that one home yet? No. I didn't bring that one home yet, so it's still sitting in the shop. I've listened to it a few times. It's is the Structures of Death, or maybe it's the one after that. I forget. I think, but I don't know if it's brand new. But it was the first time I heard it. We got in the shop, and I literally listened to it that day, and I hit replay, and then I played it the next day, and then about 2 days later, I played it again. Oh, I thought it was really, really fucking good. Actually, Flesh Crawls now, I'm kind of concluding, because the first album I ever got into them by was Blood Soul, and I've always loved this day. I got it probably that when I was about 16 or so, and always a big fan. And then their first album, Descendant to what is it? I forget. I have a CD and I have a bootleg LP of it. It's good, but I think it gets a little boring. Honestly, I think Flesh Crawls got a little bit better. Again, they're nothing fancy. It's just they're from Germany, but they sound like they're from fucking Sweden. But their songs are super fucking catchy and kind of like sing along in a sense, for lack of better words. So then that was kind of out of the norm to where just listen to it and listen to it again. A lot of times, I listen, I'm like, yeah, it's good, and I do want to own a copy because part of it, like you're saying, it's put in the archives because I'm planning for the future as well, to where because this is my hobby and I enjoy it now, but like when I'm basically retired and no, the way I'm going, man, I'd be fucking crippled by the time I'm in my 60s, and I'm fully fucking aware of it, and it's one of those things where not happy about it, but it is what it is. It's kind of like a professional football player or something like that. He knows concussions are part of the risk. You don't sign up for the NFL and then fucking if it happens, you piss, moan, and whine, right? You just all right. I knew this card was this was in the deck of cards. You could draw that fucking joker and you just deal with it comes. So that's kind of what I'm planning for. So kind of planning for the worst, hoping for the best. But nonetheless, if that day comes, I don't want to be just some fucking depressed fucking just fucking porch fucking hillbilly sitting on the porch, looking at his garden and drinking Budweiser. You know what I mean? I'll have even if I bought nothing from his day, it would keep me busy, a hobby, spinning records. What I would do too, because I always enjoyed it as a teenager. I just don't have time to do it anymore. Sit there and read all the lyrics, get to memorize the lyrics to the songs, and I would go back to the ones that are archived. It's like, oh, I listened to this, I picked it up or whatever. I listened to it once or twice. I archived. I remember really liking it, and I think I'm going to really appreciate and enjoy, like, let's say 10 years goes by and going back and getting to know it when I have more time. Because even now, like when something, I'll go back and pull something else. Like, I haven't listened to this forever. It's really refreshing and enjoying. Like, oh yeah, fuck, I forgot about this. And Really like it. So that's kind of how I look at it now. But yeah, a lot of stuff. I definitely do pick it up, listen to it once or twice, and before you know it, 5, sometimes even more years go by, and you kind of just forgot about it. So lots of those, brah. Yeah, from Curls and Twirls, god damn it. Comments pretty regularly. J Dog, do you believe a label has the right to not release an album if the band's sound drastically changes? If Nunslaughter came to you with masters that made Ilio Divinum Insanus sound like Altars of Madness, would you be obligated to release it? I don't think we have anything set in stone to where we have like 5-year contract have to release it. I don't think we have anything where trying to think. Chase would know best. Like when we have a band sign and it's like you're stuck with us for 5 albums, we'll have deals to where like usually like for example I'll just fucking tell it because it's not a secret or nothing like that. The Nunslaughter deal is for example red is the color and we did Hex. Don signs it for 5 years, so we own it and we could do as many pressings of CDs LPs for 5 years. He has just a set rate. I pay him out in this amount. And then after that 5 years, you can renew it. We did that with the Demo Slaughter too. He did 5 years, and I think we did renew Demo Slaughter once, or maybe we renewed Hex. I forget. But that's generally his things. But it's not like, hey, I want to do 5 albums. I don't think anybody did that. I'm thinking about it. Nobody. So we wouldn't be obligated. They'd probably come up, just like, for example, let's say Nunslaughter. Yeah, Don came to us with Red, and he sent me sample tracks like, hey, so his hells want to do it or whatever. And obviously we did. But I think the hardest, so I don't think we'd be obligated or tied down to do it. I think the hardest part would be, at least with something like Nunslaughter, because like Don's like also like pretty much my best friend. Him, yeah, him and like Athnar Jamie, I'd say they're the guys I hang out with the most, and the people I talk to the most through text and shit like that. So that probably qualifies as best friends. A lot of other people I just don't, I don't talk to that much, but other people I consider friends. It's just, might be a very long stretch that I talk to them. But anyways, it'd be kind of a fucking almost like walking on eggshells. It's hard to say where it's kind of like, I don't want to kind of hurt his feelings. This is kind of a tough lesson, but I think he would take it pretty well too, especially if he drastically changed because he knows. But I mean, it'd be a little hard to say in that sense. But if it was a band like, let's say, who's a band we've done a few albums with? Let's say Children of Technology. I've never met those guys. If they came with us for something and it sounds like fucking Pantera, I don't think it'd be too difficult to pass it up. Like, yeah, guys, gonna have to pass on this one. Not really our thing. Not really feeling it. Changing the direction of the band. Just I think that'd be pretty easy to say no. And now would they get pissed? I don't know. We know how everything is today. Everybody's so goddamn touchy. So who the fuck knows? But I've never met them personally. Nevermore rules. J Dog, how do you motivate your employees to work harder when Hells gets extremely busy? I got super busy at my job the last month or so, and most of the people on my team have stepped up and worked more and harder, except for 2 of them. How do you get people to care if there's no consequences for not meeting their productivity and no real benefit if they see their productivity? No, we don't really have any incentives of that. For the most part, we don't run into this problem because everybody kind of has their set department. We have a few fucking, I don't want to say anything in detail because I don't know who watches this and I don't want to fucking put any panties. We got a few fucking uh, dragging their knuckles or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know what I mean? But what do we deal with? I mean, it's one of those things you fucking deal with it. You know what I mean? But nobody where it's like something super malicious, like they're playing video games on the clock or something. Just there's a couple like I need to pick up the fucking pace. But for the most part, I'm pretty satisfied with our employees. But yeah, don't have any incentive program or stuff like that. You gotta remember, like, when it comes to that shit, I'm not too good with it. So like, our current receiving person is a girl, and we've hired her. She's been with us for like a little over 2 years now, I think. Yeah, a little over 2 years. And she was one of the few people that we hired on as like I didn't know her prior to. Most of the other people, like for example, Lindsay works for us, my wife. Self-explanatory, right? And then we've hired on friends as well. Like one year hired Donna then for 1 year, but and hired several people we've either friends or known, right? Throughout the years. So that was kind of like they kind of knew who we were going. Because what I'm getting at is that like none of us, when me and Eric and Chase started this, none of us went to business school, nothing. It was kind of just a hobby that grew into business, and we kind of just like almost like, yeah, man, here's your hourly wage. Here's what we incentive like what we offer, health insurance or whatever if you're full time, and it's kind of like just kind of do your fucking job. You know what I mean? Not because to be a fucking sweatshop right now, just because we don't really. That's not. We didn't ever set up for that. Now maybe I do admit there's times, and we've all said it. I'm admitted. There's parts we should probably be a little bit more professional about. Trying to, especially with since we've hired on when we started to hire outside of people um, but the thing is, it's cool. Like in our current situation, the people that we didn't know we hired on, I think they kind of filled in and they understand. They're just kind of like cool because the perk to that is too, though, it's pretty fucking laid back. Like I've never screamed at anybody or anything like that. There's been times I've been annoyed with fucking people and either I bite my tongue or I'll call them out, but I've never like yelled at them or threatened to fire someone. I've only had to fire for sure one person, but it was kind of like he quit slash canned. It's kind of like he wanted to take more time off. It was like he just start. It was getting ridiculous. I'm like, look, dude, if you're gonna do this, then you just gotta go because I mean, I hired you because I need you here. Like not, well, yeah, I won't take pay for those days. It's like it's not the point. I need you fucking here. There's shit to do. And then one other employee in the way past. I'll kind of leave names anonymous on this too. This is over 10 years ago. Maybe not 10. Yeah, about 10. About 10 years ago. It was kind of like I don't remember how we got rid of her. We kind of fired, kind of quit, that type of shit. But it was definitely like fucking pizza party and fucking cake party at fucking J Dogs because my party hat was on when that POS was fucking gone. So, but as of right now, not dealing with anybody that's drastically pissing me off. You know what I mean? You and Brisket commenting on the guy's 5,000 albums, which is quite a few. But when I add it all up, if I was to add LPs, CDs, and 7 inches, yeah, I'm probably around the 5,000 mark myself, but not 5,000 like straight LPs or 5,000 straight CDs. I think that's what the one guy. What do you say? He's from Bolivia or something too? It's like crazy. He says he has like 5,000 CDs or something, which is if he has 5,000 straight metal CDs, that's fucking impressive. I don't even have that. I have definitely over 1,000, but not 5,000, not even close. That's definitely impressive. Goat man, D666 absolutely rules. Surprised you like the man. You don't seem to like anything. One of my favorite bands. I wish would come to Ohio. I agree. They've never, to my knowledge, they've never been to Ohio, and yeah, couldn't have been because I would have heard about it. The closest I know they came, I almost went out of town. I think Eric ended up going. I think it was New York that they played, and I was gonna go. Something came up or whatever, but I know Eric. I'm almost positive Eric went with like maybe Don and Jim or maybe went with someone else. But I've never seen Destroyer 66 to this day. I still, if they came to, especially if they came to Cleveland, there's no question I would definitely go. It's just a little bit of a bummer because the last album I kind of didn't care for. Like I said, I liked two songs, maybe three, and the fact that the lineup's drastically different, but at least still has KK War Slut, so that's cool. But like, if it would have been like 2001 or something, oh man, dude, I would have. Yeah, because Destroy 666 for sure, especially before they came back. Like basically, Terror Box is down. Like when they disbanded, and that's all was that existed. I said for years, I was like, it's definitely one of my favorite bands. God damn it, lost my motherfucking video. Oh, here it is. Um, yeah, so but yeah, to this day, I've never seen Destroyer 666. So and when I got into Destroyer 666 was in the early 2000s. Kind of like when I told you guys a story about me getting into more stuff outside the brutal, really extreme stuff. When I was getting in corner like some more thrash bands, the death thrash, the disasters, Bewitched, Devilly Rots. Remember I told that story? All the devils I watch daily know what the fuck I'm talking about. That video, Destroyer 66 was one of them too, and trying to think what was the first time. Oh, I do remember the first Destroyer 66 album I heard was Cold Steel for an Iron Age. I absolutely loved it, and I think I was either 16 or 17. So yeah, it would have been 2001 or 2002. That's when I first heard Destroyer 66, and I absolutely loved them. Ricky Jones. I did answer. I think I might have answered this with Lindsay, Ricky, the at checking out the later 6 feet unders. So I'll skip over that. See, told you guys I kind of remember the ones that she pulled up. So she must have pulled this video up, or maybe asked several times. But I do remember answering that one. So memory ain't too shit yet, huh? Not yet. Keyword is yet. Oh yeah, she definitely has that. She asked about Cannibal Corpse taken for granted. Got that right, goddammit. So none of whatever. Here's the exhumed question. So yeah, she must have pulled this video up. Oh, here we go. Good one here. Bungle shit. Dumpster ass. What the fuck? Definitely never seen your user ID, brah brah. I remember that one. The fuck was that profile pic though? That's you, brah brah. Hey man, awesome video. Gotta ask, what are your thoughts on Necrophobic? I absolutely love the Nocturnal Silence and Satanic Blasphemies. You ever get into them? Hails, brother. Fuck yeah, dude. And as a matter of fact, Nocturnal Silence is a great album. That's definitely my favorite. Satanic Blasphemies, that disc is it's just their two demos, right? If I'm not mistaken. I have a CD and LP of it. I like it, but they were another one of the few bands that I thought the debut album was much better than demos. Because a lot of times I like the demos better than the first album. For example, Vader. I like Ultimate Incantation, but I like the Vader demos better. There's a ton of scenarios like that. Tons. Massacre. I think the Massacre demos are way fucking better than From Beyond. Again, I like From Beyond, but I just think the demos are way fucking better. Especially a lot of the songs. I thought the best songs were the first three. Were the three songs that were on the first Massacre demo: Death and Hell, Aggressive Tyrant, Mirror Layer. That those are my three favorite songs, and none of them were even on the fucking album. So, anyways, a lot of times I like the demos better than the first album. But with Necrophobic, was definitely not the case. I'm like, I like them, but I was like, they're getting a little boring, but I have it, and I do like them. But Nocturnal Sounds is definitely my favorite, and the other albums that I know and like is Third Antichrist, Blood Hymns, and what I think I might Dark Side, and what is and this Spawned by Evil as well, but I don't think this is an album. It's been a while, so it's been a while. I have to put this back on. What is this? Well, this is the Blood Freezing Demo 94. We'll put this out, fucking pull it out to make sure I haven't listened to this one in a while, but this is another Necrophobic disc I have. Yeah, those are the ones I have. So, what's the latest? Was it Blood Hymns or Third Antichrist? Whichever one was later. Those last two I know. After that, I did listen. I've never heard a Turd, but the other ones I've heard because we got in the shop. And I just don't really know him. I just thought it was pretty good background metal. Just wasn't paying too much attention. Another thing that's annoying about Necrophobic, I saw him once in Cleveland, and who's the only original member? Drawing a blank. What the fuck his name is? Anyways, met him. I got my goddamn picture with him, and Easy E took it on his fucking phone. Easy E sees his video. Send me that goddamn fucking photo. I've been wanting it for what was it 6, 7 years ago? I've yet to see it to this day, but I did get my picture with him, and I want it, and I don't have it. Need my picture with Mark Adams too. Goddamn it, Epitego. So, answer your question. I definitely like Necrophobic, especially Nocturnal Silence. That is definitely my favorite. That's for sure. Like it's easy my favorite. Like no doubt about it. Great fucking record. Ooh, got another fucking book here. Let's see what the question though. He's asking. What the fuck? I'll briefly say my question is I'm buying it. Give me a fucking shout out though. Eric Martineu. Kind of recognize the name. My question is, I'm buying a lot of LPs from Hells, like I like to hear, brah, with a lot more coming. So be ready, goddammit. I'm ready, goddammit. So I like to hear. But are the LPs we're getting from you going to be protected better than normal, meaning outer cover plastic and better protective sleeves? I'm going to do all that myself when I get the albums. They all just come in the regular. So that's why I didn't kind of get the question. I mean, they're all the same. If you've ordered from us before, they all come in the beef. This obituary fucking bootleg. They just come in the plastic sleeves. You guys see this one? This is a sick one. We got like 50 of them in. They sold in like 2 days, but I made sure to get one. Obituary bootleg from like 1990. But anyways, see the sleeves? All our stuff just comes in just those. So there's no favoritism or anything like that. That's just where they come in. The only times they're not is when it's shrink wraps, and we'll just remove them from the shrink wrap and put them outside the cover, so that way the covers don't get split seams during shipping. So yeah, there's no it changes on the fly or anything like that, or I'm bored this day, don't put them in sleeves. No, they're all pre-put in the sleeves. Receiving does that. Like I was telling you, a receiving girl that works for us. She does all that. Or technically, what they're supposed to do is like real companies like us, Nuclear War Now, Iron Bonehead. It comes fucking ready to roll. It comes cover and a plastic sleeve, record behind the cover. That way, it's ready for just fucking ready to go. God damn it. Uh, but some guys don't know that. Questions. Oh, Eric, yeah, he's asking again. So this is the second time. Is that the same Eric? Yeah, that's why I recognize you. You emailed me several times about wholesale. That's why I recognize the name, brah brah. So yeah, that's why I recognize the name. Oh, there's the RJC. Do you like Alice in Chains? So yeah, Lindsay definitely pulled this fucking video up on the probably the first video I did with her. So we'll find one more since we're at 20 minutes already. That's kind of a lame one. Uh, Teddy Tommy. Teddy underscore Tommy. Ah, shit, J Dog. I just stuck a copy of Cemetery in the mail for you, too. I haven't actually opened it yet because maybe I was thinking about opening it up on camera, but I did get it, and I appreciate that, brah. And if it's on the black vinyl, I didn't own black vinyl. Francisco sent me a color, and I'm pretty sure he said there's black and color. I should have watched this first. No big deal. Keep up the killer content. So, yeah, thanks for that. Anytime you guys send me shit, I mean, it's greatly appreciated. Like Dylan did from a head split. A couple. No, just I guess just two packs for J Dog. Two love packs. I thought there was something else. No, Ron Maiden sent me stuff in the past with like a possessed shirt and stuff. Back when we were doing with Reaper, he sent this Reaper for me. But since I started the channel, people just mail me gifts. Dylan, and then now Teddy Tommy. There was one other person. Kind of want to forget him because I definitely appreciate. Like I'm kind of like I don't know, kind of feel special in a sense. People just want to send me their shit on their own time, own dime. I was like, it's pretty, pretty cool. So yeah, I appreciate that, brah. What would you say is your favorite, most recent black metal albums you would recommend? Do you listen to Holder, Drowned in Lights, Groshmakit? The best I liked out of those ones you messed was the Holder. I thought Holder was okay. I listened to it because it came in, it looked like it could be pretty interesting, and it was selling really well. I was like, it's okay. I was like, it's nothing I'd picked up. The Drowned in Lights and the Groshmakit, however the fuck you pronounce it. I did listen. That's kind of like I put that in the category with Mutilation, Vlad Tepes, and the trillion other bands trying to copy that stuff. I just never liked that style in general. It's just not my thing. But my favorite, most recent black metal album for sure would be, like I told you guys, the Morgul, their full length, and the 3-inch CD they did prior to that. That would hands down be my favorite. I'm trying to think what's a really more recent black metal album that I liked as well. There is something too. I'm drawing a fucking blank what it is too. I did like actually they might have a new one. The last one I heard, but I think they got a new one now, and I haven't heard it yet. But the one prior the Dark Funeral, Where Shadows Reign, and I thought I would have. I'm like, newest Dark Funeral, that's probably gonna stink. I really liked it, especially with a different singer, no Caligula or whatever, and I liked how the whole cover concept looks like the Secrets of the Black Arts really had that concept. Because actually, which even though Diabolus Interior was probably my favorite Dark Funeral album, I never liked the fucking. They went with it, the theme. It's kind of cool when I stare at it. I'm like, it's a cool looking devil. Do you notice after that they did that the Diabolus Interior, they kind of stuck with that orange fire hell scene, which it was like the Angelus and then the Atera. They kept the whole fucking fiery scene. I don't know that whole painting style just didn't fit Dark Funeral image for me. I always liked like the blue fucking dark cover what they had with the first album and Vobiscum Satanas. So I thought that was cool as well with the Where Shadows Forever Reign, and I thought it was a really really good album. So that's more recent. The thing is, when I bring that up, even though it's kind of a bigger black metal band, I know you guys like them, is because I expected it kind of to stink or just be mediocre, but I actually liked it. I actually liked it a lot. But I think they have another new one out yet, and I have not heard that. But I want to say there was another fucking black metal band recently that I heard that I thought was pretty goddamn fucking good, and I'm drawing a blank. Is this shit that I brought home? Since it's sitting here, I'll listen the other day. I brought them up before. I'll give you a black metal recommendation. I'll call this a fucking video just because it's sitting here. And I was listening it downstairs a couple days ago, and we got signed. I actually wanted to do this on LP for years. I brought them up before. This came out in 1999. I picked it up at the show where I met the guys, and that is the band Dark Moon, and specifically this album, Seas of Unrest. It's signed by the guys John, and I don't know who the other guys are. I forget their name, but all three guys in gold ink. You see them? Boom, boom, boom. And this is I love this record. I love that since I was a kid. I wanted Hells to do it on LP for years. Tommy for Redefining Darkness knows John. That's John. John also, he helped out, which I saw him in the early 2000s. He helped out Nile. He did, I think, guitar and vocals, or bass and vocals, but one or the other. Pretty sure it was guitar and vocals, but he sang for Nile, helping him out. And I met him at that too. I was, holy fuck, that's the Dark Moon guy, because it was like 2 or 3 years later since I seen Dark Moon. It's funny when they played. I'm pretty sure it was the Fantasy. The what's the one with the boat upstairs? Pretty sure it's the Fantasy. And it was a ghost fucking town. Fucking crickets everywhere. Like maybe 20 people. But Dark Moon played. I didn't even know who they were at the time. We just went, oh, it was a black metal band, and maybe it was like one of the guys in the scene, the black metal scene. Maybe it was Joe from Black Trinity or something mentioned them, and that's why I went. I couldn't because I didn't know who they were. Yeah, check it out. Fucking yeah, hell yeah, show black metal band, and saw them, loved them, bought a shirt, and bought that CD. They have an EP before that, and they have another disc after that. But this is my favorite. Been trying to get Hells to do it on vinyl for quite some time. Tommy for Redefining Darkness knows John, like I was saying, and he even texted him. This is kind of recently, like about 6 months. I asked him, and he who put this out? Is this Olympic or Music for Nations? He says owns it, but then they sold it to like, I don't want to get the story wrong, like maybe to Sony or something. Long story short, some big ass fucking company owns it because he's like, yeah, I'd be up for it. That'd be cool. He's like, but I don't own any of that stuff. He's like, I can't give you the safe. They own it. And what's annoying about it is fucking Canoe's in the way because fucking poser sellouts, they don't know who Dark Moon is. No fucking way in hell. But they technically own it and they'll do nothing with it. And now they're in the way because technically, theoretically, they should have the files or you'd have to get permission to do it. Otherwise, it's basically we'll just consider it a bootleg in their minds. And knowing our luck, they'll try to sue our ass. We're just trying to put it out. So it's fucking annoying. So it's kind of like, oh, great. Now that can't happen. So if anybody knows the dick lickers that own fucking Dark Moon, specifically this album, this is my favorite, Seas of Unrest. Anything knows, let me know. Put me in fucking contact with them because I've been wanting to do it for years. It'd have to be a double LP because it's a pretty long disc, like 55 minutes, 60 minutes. But if you don't know it's, fuck, you're going to have to Discogs or eBay to see. It's got to be long on a print. Like I said, I got that years ago. But not a new one for you, brah. But a black metal band that I'm sure a lot of guys don't know. And nonetheless, if they do know, nobody brings them up. So there you go. Give you some fucking, like, something to take home with, something fucking useful, right? So there you have it, devils. That's it for this one. Almost hit 30, so got to cut it off here. Comments, questions, concerns. Any questions you got about anything, could be about anything whatsoever. Leave them in the fucking comment section, and I'll get them goddamn answered bright and fucking early. See you tomorrow, goddamn it.